EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for August 10th, 2023. Almost forgot the date there. So, North Penn Car Wash in Lansdale, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania sponsors the Thursday video forecast. Keep your vehicle looking great all the time and stop wasting your money on those costly individual washes with North Penn Car Wash's Unlimited Car Wash Club. You can join at a very low price starting at just $13.95 per month, and it's the only place where weather doesn't matter. We're, of course, well into summer now, and storms are a frequent occurrence. How many times do you just get done washing your car only to have it rain the next day? Well, with North Penn Car Wash's Unlimited Car Wash Club, you don't have to break the bank to keep your vehicle clean. Just stop by as often as you like within the calendar month to get that fresh wash for that one low monthly rate. They are North Penn Car Wash, 986 Sumneytown Pike in Lansdale, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Proud, longtime sponsors of the Thursday video forecast. Love North Penn Car Wash. They've been here with us a long time. So today I have a rare sight behind me, which is rain, and it's not something you see typically in summer as a synoptic rainfall. That's more like early spring or kind of middle fall type thing. But we do have one of those such occurrences this year. This should not be a surprise to anybody because this summer has been kind of goofy, right? We had our fair share of smoke, right? That's not a normal thing. Maybe occasionally, but nothing crazy, right? We have had a lot of smoke occurrences this year. We've been generally cooler than we should be on most. If you look at 90-degree days this year, it really hasn't been that many. Okay, so we're actually. Even though July ended up near average in most places, June was not. It was slightly below. So this has been kind of like a unorthodox summer so far. So this is not surprising. So today we have some rain moving through the region, and this is, again, not something that's typical for summer, is to have a synoptic rainfall. However, I don't think this is going to be as bad as we thought earlier. It looked like we're going to get some heavy rain, especially across the southern tier. And I still think this is probably your best area right down here to see the highest rainfall totals today. But I think this is going to be less than we expected, even less than what I said. I'm the one that sent the My Pocket Meteorologist alerts yesterday to all of our clients that are subscribed. And it looked a little more juicy at that time. The latest trends this evening are backing off a little bit with what we're going to see here on Thursday. But there will be some showers. It'll be mostly cloudy or cloudy throughout the entire day. Expecting a mainly during the day type thing, and once we get to the evening, it starts to clear up and go away. But there is low pressure that's moving off to our south, and that's going to go right across our southern areas and bring us this rain today. And again, the most is going to occur in the southern half of our regions versus a little more intermittent showers further north. And that will be your highest totals as this low pressure moves off to the north and east. And it's going to be out very quickly. To get there early evening, it's just about done and out of here. And some places in the interior will be done by late afternoon already today. Okay, so let's get over to the damn high-res future simulated radar. I'm going to start this off here at 8 o'clock in the morning here on Thursday. And you can see some showers moving into central PA at this point. They're going to work its way eastward. But look what happens. You get a gap in here where it's really not doing too much. Okay, you get a little bit heavier, moderate to maybe heavy a little bit across our southern areas, and that's going to continue in those southern areas and go right in New Jersey. So the trends here this evening are to place basically this area right in here as the highest rainfall totals, and the interior is really not seeing too much. So that's been the trends not only here on the NAM 3 kilometer, which I'm showing you, which does, again, wrap up early evening. So we have a Phillies game here this evening in South Philadelphia at 6:40. Excellent game yesterday with a no-hitter by Michael Lorenzen, and that was his second start with the Phillies, which is pretty incredible after the trade. But I was at Music Fest last night, and everybody was getting on their phones during the middle of a concert, and you were getting these cheers, and then nobody knew what was going on, but I did. So this is going to move off during the early evening hours, and or by the early evening hours, it should be coming to an end. This is looking at 8 p.m. You have some residual showers here in our eastern areas. It's going to move off to the east. In with this stuff down here across the Delmarva, there could be some thunderstorms, but I don't think this is going to be. So we're certainly not dealing with severe weather today. Any thunderstorms are going to be more like embedded, elevated thunderstorms. So you're not going to have like the cloud to ground strikes mainly. You're going to be like a few rumbles, cloud to cloud type thing. This is not the setup for any kind of severe weather, so there's no worries. This is not a repeat of Monday, okay? Speaking of Monday, the confirmed tornado that I spoke about yesterday in East Allentown Pennsylvania, right on the Bethlehem border, was rated EF1 with 100-mile-per-hour winds. That was designated last night after the storm survey was completed. So that closes the book on that. There was an official tornado, I told you yesterday, but we just finally found out that it was an EF1 with 100-mile-per-hour winds, which is pretty crazy. Last couple of years have been, seems like Tornado Alley shifted. I mean, it's I've always been trying to separate weather and climate because they're two completely different things. But I'll tell you what, over the past decade or so, we've had quite our share of tornadoes in this area. So I don't think that's a coincidence. So it has to be just leading to something. This is not something that just like was an anomaly one year and then the next year was nothing. Next couple years were nothing. This is, kind of repeat occurrence here. So we have to keep an eye on this. In future forecasts when we're dealing with these kind of systems, and just not, don't let your guard down with any kind of tornado watches that are put up, because it probably is serious. Okay. So we move past this system here, and then we get to the next one, which is going to be on Saturday. Now, I don't think this is going to be much either. Low pressure is going to be moving off to the north after a mostly sunny day here on Friday. Low pressure here on Saturday is going to be moving off to the north. It's going to be generally weaker, and there is a frontal boundary with this. It actually extends. Here's a low pressure, right? The frontal boundary sticks back here like this, but this is a very weak frontal boundary, so it doesn't extend all the way to the south. And any precipitation as far as isolated stuff is mainly northeast PA, northern New Jersey, later on Saturday, but the rest of us are most likely dry, and then that remains that way here on Sunday. We're not expecting any rain on Sunday at all. And this weekend's going to be a little bit warmer than average. We're going to have temperatures very near to very slightly above average this weekend. Generally mid to upper 80s when we get down to Philadelphia, Newark, places like that. Normal hot spots might get close to 90 degrees both of those days on Saturday and Sunday. And that's going to kind of bleed into Monday a little bit, where you have those mid to upper 80s expected again. Monday is going to be a dry day for most of the day, and then when we get later in the day, we have this next system moving in. This is actually showing early evening, and it hasn't really gotten to our area yet. So this is another setup for possible severe weather, but the problem is coming in overnight. So that's going to mitigate a good portion of this severe weather, because you're not going to have the instability to work with that we had on Monday. So even though it's a similar situation with a warm front moving through initially, there's the warm front, in association with this area low pressure over the eastern Great Lakes, just like it was the other day. Warm front's coming through in the overnight hours, and the cold front's back here like this. You will be warm sectored here overnight, but this is not diurnally driven stuff. This is overnight, so you don't have that instability to work with. So these should not be as crazy as they were that we dealt with on Monday. Okay, we will keep an eye on them just in case, but I don't think it's going to be, the timing is such that it's going to be a widespread deal with wind and tornadoes. Okay, but again, it does. You don't need, in a synoptic setup, you don't need sunlight for this to work. So you could have some severe weather. I just don't think it's going to be as numerous as what we had on Monday. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on for the next couple of days and see where this goes. But right now, the timing is such that it's going to be better for our region. And then this clears on Tuesday after an early shower or storm. And then we're back to partly sunny to partly cloudy skies here on Wednesday of next week. And temperatures that early next week are going to be starting off in the middle, either side of the middle 80s, and then it'll be in the lower 80s both Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Of course, we have Music Fest going through this Sunday. It's been pretty good so far. And again, if this turns out to be like this, like I showed here, with a few showers during the day in the morning, and then the afternoon is really not a whole lot except for some widely scattered stuff. I do think if you're going to Music Fest tomorrow for the evening show, which is the main show act of main stage act on at Steel Stacks, or not Steel Stacks, good Lord, Wind Creek Steel Stage, that will be okay. I think the evening's going to be okay. Anything you do in the afternoon, you might have to dodge a few showers, bring an umbrella with you, but after that, I think it should be okay. And it looks like the rest of the fest there is going to be pretty good as well. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for August 10th, 2023. Have a great Thursday.